Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I recently did a video, my very first video on YouTube as a matter of fact, about my wife's dollhouse. If you haven't seen that video, I hope you'll check it out. And I had planned to do only one video about the dollhouse, but the way things turned out, there is a follow-up, a second video about the dollhouse. But what happened was we thought we had lost the original furnishings that came with the house many years ago. The house had been packed away in the storage building for quite a long time and we'd almost forgotten about it. But anyway, we found the dollhouse, and as you hear in the other video, the first video, I did some repairs to the dollhouse, and we have it on display here in our house. But my wife, well, we could not find the original furnishings, or most of the original furnishings anyway. We did find some, and then my wife purchased at Hobby Lobby some new furnishings, and so she furnished the dollhouse, and she has those new furnishings and a few old furnishings too in the dollhouse now. We'll be showing you that today, and then maybe eventually when she gets the original furnishings into the house, we'll do a third video and give you an update at that time. But all of the original furnishings we have brought into our main house, and they are on a table next to the dollhouse. I wanted to show you many of these furnishings today. There are some that are quite interesting. I'm really curious. The house, I don't know if the house represents the time period, for example, maybe the early 20th century or the late 19th century. If you have an idea when you see the house, please let me know, or maybe we can tell by looking at some of the original furnishings that came with the house, because I have not really checked those out myself. So we'll kind of do that today together, if that's okay with you. So I do invite you to come along with me now, and through this video as we check out these furnishings that will eventually go into the house, the dollhouse. And so I invite you to come along with me now, and we'll check that out here on our channel, Seniors Hometown Memories. Okay, here we are. This is actually in our dining room, and here's the dollhouse. And I want to kind of take you on a little tour of the dollhouse. I want to show you all these items that are set up right outside here on this table next to the dollhouse. And inside the dollhouse are some furnishings. A few of them came with this dollhouse, and then there's some that my wife had purchased recently at Hobby Lobby. And we did not know we had all these furnishings out in this storage building, as I've mentioned in the intro a few minutes ago. But my wife was so delighted, so excited to find these items. I want to show you some of these. She is going to be redecorating this house. Some of the items that she has already placed in the house. There are a few, as I think I mentioned, that came with the house, but some that she had purchased, not knowing she had all these waiting for her out in the storage building. But anyway, she's going to be placing most of these inside the house to make it more original. And I believe she's going to actually be purchasing another dollhouse, maybe a smaller one, for some of the leftover furnishings. So anyway, let's take a look at some of these items. I really haven't looked at them too closely, but they are very interesting. Of course, over here, we've got two of these actually, and they look very comfortable, especially maybe out on the porch. And a lot of little cabinets and various chairs and so forth, as we can see here. There's a little table there, I think would work maybe on the porch. And I wanted to move over here and see if I can maybe bring this item out somewhere here, maybe place it on top of this table. Hopefully it won't fall. But I wanted to show you inside here, if I can maybe get a good close-up. These are some little items such as spoons and might be some forks and knives in there for the dinette table, but I believe it's mostly spoons, but they're very tiny, and it's so easy to lose those, so we've been trying to be careful with those until she can redecorate the house. And of course over here we have a pretty comfortable looking bed, and right next to it, well, why not take a bath before hitting the sack? We do have inside plumbing for this house, by the way. Boy, that one looks like, that toilet looks like maybe something from the early 1900s. I'm not sure. Any of you who maybe recognize some of these items and could give some information as to maybe the time period that they come from, we'd appreciate that in the comments section. I love this piano. I do love that. Has a little mirror on the front as well. Very nice. And over here we have the dinette set. There is one of the chairs, one or two of the chairs actually, I believe, that I've got to repair, but we'll be doing that soon, restoring that. And there's an old trunk right there. I guess they use that in traveling, this make-believe family. And I see my wife has put the kitty cat on the porch there. That was among these items that she recently discovered. And I wanted to move up here because she has added this item here. Would you call that a settee? I don't really know. I'm not much up on this, but right here, another little kitty cat. Looks real. Looks like a real cat, as a matter of fact. But she couldn't wait. She has added a few of these items already, but she's going to be doing just redoing everything very soon. So we're going to move around here. All of these items, I'm not even sure they'll all fit inside the house. Have some Christmas wreaths. I believe somewhere there's a Christmas tree. If I recall, I believe I did see a Christmas tree. So I'm sure when the holiday season rolls around again, she will decorate for Christmas. And here's another one of those that we saw just a few minutes ago. That's at least 3 of those. And here's the end porch area, I guess you can call it. The grill over there, so they can come cook out some burgers. And up here, I believe she added that squirrel from the recent find. And some more cabinetry over here we have. And look at here. I guess that will fit the house. This is actually something I found, this automobile I found at an antique store probably 3 or 4 years ago. And I loved it and brought it home. I love to have the real thing, but can't afford that. But anyway, I thought I'd get it out and set it up here by the house. It seemed to fit it really well. Let's get another look at that car. I love this car. At Christmas time, we'll have to put Santa Claus in there. If I had the real thing, I'd enter into the local Christmas parade. That'd be a lot of fun. And let's see, I'm going to move on around the house here. It's a little bit crowded in this room, but I wanted to show you these rooms here from the side of the house that is open. And she's already, as I said, decorated. And if you watch the original video concerning the dollhouse, you'll see all these furnishings here. But she was actually looking for a dinette table. She did not have that, but actually she did. But it was among all those items that she just recently discovered out in the storage building. So she'll be adding that dinette table in here once I make those repairs to a couple of those chairs. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how she recently decorated the house with the items that she had. And as I mentioned, she had purchased a few from Hobby Lobby and really enjoyed those and did a good job, I believe, in her selection. As a matter of fact, you see the front door across the room there. And I'll go ahead and move over. This is, if this was our real house, my wife would be up there sewing with that old-fashioned sewing machine. Let's come down to the second level. Oh, we're expecting a little one. How about that? And here's the lower room. I can get down to the first floor. And then I wanted to especially show you, and of course you can see all those rooms in the original video about the dollhouse, but here are some of the additional items that she just recently found that she's going to be adding to the house. Now right here are some look like old-fashioned lamps, and I'm not sure, you may know more about it, but do you think these maybe came from the early 1900s or late 1800s maybe? I'm not sure, but she'll be using those more than likely when she redecorates this house. Now here, this must be the gentleman of the house, the man of the house. Let's put him right there so I can get a good shot of him. He's all dressed up for today's video, by the way. The rest of the family must be out shopping. And we're going to move back around here. Now here is something I really like, is this bed. So I'm sure she'll be placing that in one of the rooms. And if I was very small, I'd jump in that bed and take a nap. But I do love these items. I love anything of the nostalgia nature. I love to collect old items. I've always collected phonograph records. I'm going to do a video very soon on collectibles, especially records and phonographs and that sort of thing. Some Thomas Edison phonographs, which I have a couple of those, and some early Victrolas, by the way, if you enjoy it, the wind-up type of phonographs. So we'll be doing that video very soon. But I did want to show you the dollhouse once again. As I mentioned, there is another video that we did on the dollhouse, but I did not, at that time, we didn't know we had all these extra furnishings that she will be adding to the dollhouse. And I believe probably once she redecorates it and refurnishes the home, maybe I'll do another video on that and kind of bring you up to date. We do appreciate you watching. We appreciate you stopping by the channel today, pulling up a chair with us. And this is Ron. I hope to see you back real soon for another video. God bless you. We hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead.